how did you guys get involved in this? This is a film that should have been made years ago, and now we're finally hearing it.
It actually should have been made years ago, and there was a film that could have been made, but there was pressure brought to bear from the Turkish government and the American government, and the studios got cold feet and didn't do it. It was because Krikorian was in a position to pay for this film outright, just give the $100 million, that this film is getting done.
And no studio involvement? Just
him.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
How about you?
I was offered the role, but as we say, all the stars have to get aligned for you to make the movie. So it did happen, finally. It was magical. I never thought that it could happen one day, but it did.
How do you prepare for a story like this, and these kinds of characters, and this just devastating, horrible time in history? How did you guys prepare for this?
You do your work, you do your research, and then you look at the scene and you see what the dynamic in the scene is, and you put yourself in that circumstance and respond as you respond. I always believe that my daughter said to me the other night, listen, I saw you, and it happened to be the Pope, and she said, I guess everybody really likes your performance, but you just look like Dad to me. And so I realized that it really, no matter what work you do, it's just Dad. So no matter what you do, it's still me. But it's for an audience who by that point in the picture have identified with the characters, they're looking at this, they know it's James Cromwell, but they're looking at a particular James Cromwell that maybe they hadn't seen before. And I think he's an extraordinary character who deserves his own movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic character.
Amazing man.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
Thank you. Usually with real characters, I do a lot of research. I was familiar with this cause, so didn't have to do a lot of research. All I had to do was thinking of my Armenian friends' mothers, and when I used to go to their home, and how nice, how they're amazing hostesses, they're amazing mothers, and I just had to remember Hasmik's mother or Asterik's mother, and apart from that, obviously, it comes from within, especially with fictional characters. I write a sort of background story on them, a page, who she is, where she's coming from, and how they got married and stuff. And it was, as of then, it was just, putting myself at the service of the story and tell the story. Really, when it starts, I feel like a vessel. Like I'm a vessel, I'm lines, all I'm supposed to do now, having understood the concept, the time and space, all I need to do is just deliver the lines as Marta.
Do you feel pressure, and just, I mean, that seems just emotionally a taxing role to play. It's a beautiful performance, I've got to say. Did you take that home? Were you able to let that go and go, okay, especially with what's going on in the news right now, it's kind of hard to let any of this go.
Mustn't let that go.
Yeah, I know.
No,
absolutely.
mustn't at all.
Absolutely.
It's nice when you get an opportunity to do something that does mirror what's happening in the world, because I'm very connected to what's happening in the real world.
Yeah.
And this, I hope, will further people's education as to why we have to stop this and acknowledge this and then change this so that what's happening in Syria and the rest of the Middle East and Africa does not happen anymore.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Thank you.
The world is at your feet, Mikhail. Do us proud.
You're going to become a doctor?
Yes, it's my passion.
Christopher Myers.
Chris is a star reporter for the Associated Press. A toast to old friends and new.
Anna is a fine woman, Mikhail.
You make me feel I've come home.
She's very fond of you. It's obvious. It's very dangerous for Armenians right now. I want to get you out of here.
If it's not safe for me, then it's not safe for any of my people.
What is the Associated Press doing here?
Reporting on the war.
There is no war here. have to get us out of here before there's no time left.
I was told that you organized an escape route. How can I help? Do you love him?
You trust no one.
Chris?
We will build a future together.
Tell me what it's for.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. You expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.